Hi everyone, my name is Kelly and I'm going to be showing you how to use my Seeds2trees NFT tree donation site. It's pretty cool. It allows people to donate to get a tree planted. Once the tree is planted, it actually on the smart contract side will update the location, which can then be seen from the NFT itself. And then there's also a page that does all the stats. So whenever there's a donation that happens, a tree gets planted, funds are paid out, as well as the price changes to plant the NFT. And I also made an admin page. So there's a lot of wonderful things that I've done on this page, and I even have it to where you can view just your NFTs, trees, or you can see the whole gallery. And well, let's get started instead of me just talking about it. All right. So right here is my home page. What I did on this home page is I made a video to help teach people how to install MetaMask. If they don't have MetaMask, they need it so that way they can interact with everything, because it's all done on the blockchain, the entire back end. So here I have a video that you can click onto, and it totally works right there. You click and I put it on to YouTube. And I put a skip to mint, so for people who already have a wallet, they can just go straight to the skip to mint, which will take you to the minting page here. And let's go back to home here. What I'm doing right now is I'm recording this part where I'm going to record how to get some funds from the faucet I built, which is my second smart contract. And what happens here is if you go to the faucet, I created my own faucet, and it can only be claimed once per wallet. So this wallet I'm on right now is claimed, but we can go pick another wallet that has not claimed, and then I push claim the test ETH, and then it pulls some out of the smart contract that I created, which also pays for the gas for you. So so if you don't have any gas, you don't have to worry about it, any funds for the test Ethereum. So that's how we do that part. So here what I would do is go to a different account that is never claimed. I don't know if this one's ever claimed. Let's see. See if it's going to process. Yes, so it says I already claimed, because each wallet I have it only doing it once, so that way nobody goes out and drains all my funds. But it also made the smart contract to where anyone could add more Sepolia ETH to it. I put a function for that. So let's go back to the home page. That's what I'm completing now, is the second part here. So I'm doing the video here. It's going to be above that. And then you can just go to the faucet to get the fundings. Here I have my links. This goes straight to my LinkedIn, my email, the GitHub for this repository, and to a Twitter account. I also then, yes, so we can go back to this page. Besides being able to mint an NFT here, which we can just do that right now. And I think this wallet might still be pre-connected. Oh, it says I don't have the funds there. Okay, I did not put sufficient to donate a mint because it's point. So no, I have enough in there. All right, connect wallet. Now this should be working. All right, I'm going to switch to which ones I have here. Okay. Oh, that one doesn't have enough for sure. All right. I had the wrong one connected. Okay, update. And that might be why it didn't let me get the other funds either. So let's see here. Donate and mint. I really need to fix that transaction there, because it shouldn't have that big huge message. So that's one error I just saw in my front end I need to fix. But here we go here. We're just going to confirm. And now we're going to be minting another tree on this, my personal wallet. So as you can see here, it was successful. And if you look here, it shows the total number of trees is 12. If we looked before, it would have said 1. And there's one that's been planted, amount drawn, and this is the amount donated. And I do need to increase this scale here on my what is it called? Charts over here. So that way it can grow much higher. So let's go look over at the gallery. Here you can see all the trees that have been minted. Now what I did for this is I used a layering script so that way I could have this. It's basically based on Hashlips generator, so image generator. So it does layerings, and I just did this for the NFT creations, but I can also have it change later where the image base can be the actual image of the trees that do get planted. So for now they're just kind of an art, and but then they do upon being planted, and of course this is a demonstration, it's not real, but you could click here and I have it linking to Google Maps, and if this was actually where the tree was planted, it would be showing it right there. So now let's go back to the website, and now we can go here to view my NFTs. Now this one will be showing all the ones minted on that wallet, and so this one only has one, it's tree 13. So but you can also go here and you can just go and check any tree, and you can ID number, and you can say check tree to see if it's been planted, not yet planted. C1. So these are read-only functions. Okay, that one's planted, so we can see that. And then I have an about page where I've discussed the mission behind it and a little bit about me, and then a link to my developer portfolio. And then here I've just made it a big redwood tree because I like it, so it's nice and tall. So okay, now let's go to the last page. I made this mainly to show to other people that might want to hire me, that I could also build them an admin dashboard to deal with all of the only owner functions. So for instance, only the owner can go here and put in like the price, they can update it. I just keep updating it for less so I don't run out of all my test funds. So we can go here, and since this is not the admin, it's going to not allow me to do it. It's going to say it failed because it should not allow someone who is not the owner to be updating. And it's going through, it's doing it right onto the blockchain the way I wrote this instead of doing it through Redux, and that's why it's taking its time. It really should be not even trying to do this because it's not the right wallet. Yes, so here it's saying that it's not the owner, caller is not the owner. That's a really long delay. It shouldn't take that long. All right, so now we're going to switch to the actual owner of this wallet over here. I mean, of this project. Okay, so this is the one that owns it. So I'm going to go in my MetaMask and remove who can see it to make sure we're just showing the owner. Update, and now it will be able to update the price, and see how it's going because this is the owner. It's allowing it to update, and now this will go through onto the blockchain, and now the new price is updated. And so the cool thing is we can go back to the donate mint page, and we can look now at the price to mint is now down to 0.0001 ETH. Yay! Okay, so now I got that down. So back to the admin page. Here is where we could update like the location. So we do it based on like token ID. We'll say 2, and the date planted, we'll say today, April. Sorry, I'm doing this one hand while I'm holding the mic. April 21st, 2025. And we're going to make up a latitude and longitude of 37.8 and a negative 122.3. And now what this is going to do is it's going to show now that we have another tree that has been planted, because before it was just one. Just to show you again right here how many are planted. Right here it just says 1. All right, so let's go back here, and now we're going to update tree info. Oh, please fill this out, number 2. Oh, it already removed everything, so let me put this back in. Alright, I didn't know it was going to remove all that. Let me do this real quick here. April 21st. Okay, now we're going to go update this tree information. And then after we do this, because we're the owner doing this, I just had it done that way because supposedly we'd be the ones planting the trees. Now this will show up back on our donate and mints page. See, it says updated successfully. Let's go to our stats page, And now, as you see here, there's 2 of them that have been planted. Yay, it worked. All right, so now if we go to the gallery, we're going to see 2 of them that are going to have links to its locations. So see, now we're up view tree location for tree 2. And yay, it works. Okay, well, we're getting closer. In the same state as where I would put it, but yeah, no, I was just guessing. I was just putting, this is just for showing people the things I can build. All right, so let's go back to the admin page. Right here is where if you want to withdraw, so this would be withdrawing the funds to the contract owner. And so here, if we go back to here where we can see the funds so far withdrawn is 0.0004 ETH, but there is 0.01 ETH. So what I can do now is I could withdraw those funds and then it would go back to a fresh start. So I thought this would be good for tracking when, say, for accountability. If people have cashed out the funds, then you'd be expecting those trees would be getting planted. So that would help be just to help people to see the sincerity of, say, if this was another type of charity. It gives some credibility to it. So okay, so back to here. We're gonna go here and withdraw the funds. And you can see here, this is only owner functions, so it can only be done by the owner. And then we're going to see after this that the amount of funds in the contract are less. All right. And I like how this can be done periodically, so you don't have to do it all at once. But if you see here, the total amount donated is equal to the total amount withdrawn. But then if I go to donate again right now, so I guess I'm allowed to donate as well, so I could donate and mint, and then there's going to be a new amount that's going to be higher than that amount after here. So we'll see, because there'll be another one minted, and then we'll see this go up to 143, and this will be at 142 once that's completed. So, oh well, maybe it was even smaller than that because it's 0001. 0001. I think I just need to refresh that for it to actually be read here. Yeah, so that just took a second because that was actually, this one was done on the blockchain, so we needed it to get fed back in. But you see it's 143 and 142. So those are totally working. And then the last one we haven't done yet because this is to put a new image-based URI, which once we do it, we can't go back. Well, I guess maybe we could go change it, but that would be once we're actually taking say pictures of the trees after say 1 year of growth, 5 year of growth. We feel like doing that, and we could upload those for each one. So when you're in the gallery, instead of seeing the art generator's image, we would see, instead of seeing this art generator image, we would instead see a picture of the actual tree as this small tree growing larger, and this could be just done whenever the admin wanted to do that, take new pictures of them. So that could just make it have more of a serious vibe on there. So I would say this is most of the stuff here. Now, of course, we should do the wallet connect, so it would show that on the button. And I probably should make it to where it just shows that automatically because I already did connect over here. So I should just fix that so it's a little bit better. Here's my logo, and you can always come and check out the project on GitHub, which will show you the contract files. So I have the 2 main contracts. This is for the faucet. This is for the NFT contract. I have a Netlify section, which is just running my some stuff to basically run the faucet because I'm paying for gas for people and I need to give my secrets, but I can't do that just you know, letting everybody see, so I have to do it in their that they have a special way that you can run it, kind of like a server side thing through Netlify, so it's free, which is really cool. And everything I'm running was free for the front end. And then here under the scripts, I have this different scripts for deploying funds to the faucet, for funding the faucet, for updating planting details, and other deploy scripts. And here is my front end. So this stores the ABIs for the 2 different contracts. I have different assets here, which are basically logos. that I have. And then here for my components, I have a lot of components, but a lot of them are view functions, like the checked tree status, donation chart, donation tracker. This faucet video, well, that's the one I'm making right now, actually. Here is these are different components for the project. Some of these are right ones, which are the mint NFTs. But this is a read one, this is a read one, this is for just the front end navigation. This is to update the images I was telling you about. Here's another one to update the mint price, so I could change that, say if it costs more to plant a tree. And here is the update tree locations, and that one also interacts with the smart contract, so that's the write function. And then withdraw funds is another write function. So most of the write functions are just for the admin, but the minting one is a write function for everyone to use. So, and I have created a helper page, which is basically like making almost like a Redux for it, but for interacting with the smart contracts and the front end. So that's how I did that. And then I organized all the components into pages, which are all the names that you could see on the in my navigation bar. And then I have lastly some CSS that were for stylings. But I also use Bootstrap. So this is mainly built on React app with Hardhat for writing the smart contracts and testing and doing all that aspect of it. And then I have Bootstrap for using to make the components, styling them with a modified CSS. And then I use some vanilla CSS as well for basically the gradients and the colors and stuff. So I guess that is everything that I was going to show in this video, how my app works. And as to the faucet, let's go back to that one last part. For the faucet, all right, so we're back at home. I have a different, let me change my wallet. I don't think this one's actually ever gotten anything from the faucet. It's the one paying it, so that might be a weird thing to try to claim. So let's see here. After you would just go here to claim your test ETH. Let's switch to my other wallet, the one we used before. So I have to remove the one I had so it doesn't recognize that, and we're going to put this one to see if it has claimed yet. Okay, so we're going to update that, and now let's see if we can claim the test ETH. Okay, so I already claimed, but if you didn't already claim, you would get it because it does work. All right, so that is my entire site. If you wanted to see these links, I think that's the one for my LinkedIn. You can see that works. That's me. This is for the email. I just named it for my Seeds2trees, the one that it already is. So that opens up just an email to myself right there. Sorry, I didn't want it to have to see all my other emails, but there we go. And then we saw the GitHub already, and then this just goes to my personal Twitter or X account. All right, so I hope you liked my my video and my app, and we can talk. I can help build something for you, or we can get involved in building just some new project together. It's up to you. Have a wonderful day.